Good evening, everybody. It is 7 o'clock, and I am calling the September 15th, 2025 Downers Grove Township Board meeting to order. Everyone, please stand and join us in the pledge. Michelle, would you like to lead us in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Yes. Supervisor Savage.
Here.
Trustee Zerba.
Here.
Trustee Moreno. Here. Trustee Friel.
Here.
Trustee Soul.
Here. We have a quorum. At this time, we will have public comment. Residents will have an opportunity to speak during public comment. Comments are directed to the supervisor. We ask comments to be kept to 3 minutes and address Downers Grove Township issues. Please refrain from profanity or personal attacks directed at individuals and be respectful of all residents. Remind you that public comment is not a Q&A session. Thank you. Do we have anybody for public comment today? All right, seeing we have no public comments, we will approve the minutes. Are there any changes to the presented minutes of the August 18th, 2025 meeting? Hearing none, the minutes are approved. Is there a motion to approve the trustee audit and approval of bills and claims as presented?
So moved.
Michelle moved.
Second.
Rick seconds. Any discussion? Okay, Madam Clerk, would you please take a roll call?
Supervisor Savage.
Yes.
Trustee Zerba.
Here.
Trustee Moreno.
Yes.
Trustee Friel.
Yes.
Trustee Soul.
Yes. Okay, the motion has passed. All right, we will move on to the supervisor report, and today, as part of the supervisor report, we are going to have a presentation about senior services. So I would like to introduce Sarah Deschamps and Kai James from Senior Services Team, and Lori Sunko, Debbie DePasquale, and Kathy Burton from the Senior Programs.
Ready? I'm Kai, I'm the Downers Grove Township Senior Center. I am the activities coordinator. And here we are here to talk about the the Downers Grove Township Senior Program. And here is my coworker, Sarah Deschamps. She can introduce herself.
Hi everybody, my name is Sarah Deschamps, and I am honored to be able to tell you a little bit about, help Kai tell you a little bit about the Senior Center. I've been at the township about 2.5 years, and I started out as a part-timer, and I am now the Human Services Outreach Coordinator, but I also have acted as the interim Senior Services Director, so my heart really lies in all things senior services.
All right, our mission and our goal here mostly is to create an environment that promotes cognitive and mental health, physical health, and meaningful relationships, as well as being a resource center. So not only do we want you to feel welcome here, but to know that you can find more here too. There's lots of things that seniors don't even know are out there. I am still learning as well.
We actually did a survey through, Age Guide did a survey, I believe it was 2024, and unanimously the seniors answered that when they needed a resource, the first place they went to was their local senior center. And they were asked, where do you go if you don't have a senior center? Or if you couldn't go to the senior center, where would you go? And unanimously it was, I don't know. Which was really interesting.
We are trying to fill that gap as a township senior center. We are a township, but also a senior center. Now, just a quick blurb of our staff. Here we are. We are sadly missing Terry, but he's with us right now, technically. Even though he's not here, he is still here. He's just out for surgery, so.
As you can tell, Kai and I do like to coordinate for special events.
We tried. Terry was here, he'd be in purple too, I'll tell you. He's at home right now in purple, don't worry. One of our main goals here at the Senior Center is education. Now, I know that sounds kind of silly. Seniors are the most educated population we can probably find. But there's all kinds of things that we still need to know about, especially here locally around what we do. There's all kinds of programming that we bring here that others standing here like myself come to present to senior citizens. There's so many things to learn. First, one of our big presentations that we like to bring to other places, including our senior activities coordinators meetings. Scarce, education about our planet. Today, yes, things are still changing. It still happens. There's new ways to save our planet constantly and consistently. We have gone too scarce and we have brought scarce here as well. Another cognitive health and meaningful relationships educational class that is hands-on. So we don't just do seminars and programs. We also do hands-on classes like guitar learning. It's a guitar class with our staff here. There's Terry.
So one of the really cool things that we're allowed to do as staff, that we're encouraged to do, is share our own personal skills and have us share our knowledge and skills with the attendees. And as you'll see, quite obviously during our presentation and following us, we really encourage all of our attendees to share their skills with us and with each other as well.
So along with that hands-on, we also do some painting classes, loads of arts and crafting things. It keeps your brain going, keeps you busy, and who knows, maybe you'll find a new hobby that you want to do all the time.
So, an interesting thing about this class is, so I had to do one of these test paintings, and I was like, ooh. And the attendees did the same thing. They saw, like, they see the picture and they go, mine's not gonna, I can't do that. And then at the end, they're like, oh my gosh, I did it. So even people with such a wealth of knowledge and skill and talent are still finding out every day things that they can do that they had no clue they could do. So that's a really cool part of our job. We get to be part of that.
It's true. Once a month, we do something that we call Crafternoon. So it is keeping it either hands-on, educational, physical, mental health, and socializing all together. This is the most recent one that we have done. Along with mental and health, once a month, we do an SSS program. It's called a Senior Survival Skills. I apologize, I can't talk today. A Senior Survival Skills. It is a educational program, seminar. Once again, it's a lunch and learn. And that's something that we do is quite popular. This month is Alzheimer's and Dementia Awareness, so we will be bringing in Lavon Ladaway from Dragonfly Home Care Services. She is quite an abundant knowledge when it comes to Alzheimer's and dementia, so we will be learning about that more and more and more as it becomes a thing.
And just as popular for as the educational topic is always the lunch. Kai Kai is really, really great at making sure our attendees are very well fed.
It's a very important thing to make sure that your brain is full and your tummy is full so the rest of your day can be full too. Including when it comes to games. Everyone comes here, we play games during lunch, before lunch, after lunch. It is a great way to keep things going.
It is very uncommon if you come between programs to not find ladies playing Rummy Cube here.
It is uncommon.
They will find a corner, they will find a game, and they will be.
They will play. You will have to. All right, amongst mental education, we also like to do lots of physical education here. Our ever so popular class is chair yoga. Within one day, we will have 80 separate participants walk through this door to do chair yoga. They are the same classes, but they're separate sessions. The teacher we have, Ms. Mary Kay, phenomenal, I will say.
So one of our biggest challenges is this room is where we host
All of our programs.
all of our programs with the exception of a very, very, very few. So we are limited to this space at the moment when we are hosting programs on site. So we have to keep our programs at specific limits. As you can see, you can't do chair
Can't do
yoga
much.
if you're, you know, if you're
Excuse
having
me,
a person next to
excuse
you. So our limit was 40 people with chairs fit in the room, arm to arm. It was not working for our people. They love our chair yoga. They're passionate about their chair yoga and their movement and their health. And people were struggling with the fact that there were only 40 spots. We serve 7 towns as a township. So one of the things that made them the most happy was we did decide to add a second chair yoga class with the same instructor. So now we have 80 people doing chair yoga on what? 80 different people doing chair
80
yoga.
different
on Wednesdays.
people. We can't take the same class twice. That's silly. But with that, we also have smaller exercise classes like bingo size here. It's only for 9 senior citizens, but it's very, very based on for those who have limited mobility. And I will tell you, watching this is a 20-week class. They do it 2 times a week, but from the beginning till now, phenomenal. I watched one of the seniors say at the beginning, you know what, in a few weeks, maybe I can do another exercise class. And we have an exercise class called Step to the Beat. It's an active standing up, moving around. She made it to Step to the Beat by week 13 of bingo size. It was personally amazing to see. So, Step to the Beat. We got everyone in here dancing around, moving. Now we can fit around 30 seniors because there's no chairs, not as much. But we all still need room to move and groove. Next, we also have ageless agility, a more hyped up, but we're trying to get some for every level of exercise, whether you are in a chair and you need bingo size, if you just want some chair yoga, or if you want to ramp it up and do some ageless agility where you're throwing around some medicine balls and moving things up.
And so the gentleman on the left holding the ball, he actually used to be a bodybuilder, like a competitive bodybuilder. So that just kind of gives you an idea of the range of programs we try to offer from the people who are having trouble just even standing up and walking and moving with ease to, well, hey, I'm a ballroom dancer and a professional bodybuilder and I still can do a class here.
That's right.
And clearly it's having fun.
We do try our best to go outside when we can, like we were saying, we have space limits here. So we did go to Hustle Fitness to let everyone check out the facility, therefore they can further their exercise later on. Chris Jacobiak is great. He is a wonderful teacher. We do our best to try to find people that people can be comfortable with. We hand out surveys after new programs and new things to know if those are good fits to bring back to our people or not. We go out to do other things as well. It's a Seniors Got Talent at Fishel Park. So we do things here, we do things there. This is Jimmy and Alan. They come and play live for us during lunch at community dining as well. One of our very ever so popular, I wouldn't say it's a class, it's a socializing hour, basically. Downers Grove, DuPage Senior Citizens Council, it's a mouthful. Support the lunches that we serve here at community dining. They also serve meals out of the kitchen to the rest of the community through Meals on Wheels. It's a wonderful program.
So they are a community partner that are housed in our kitchen. They use our kitchen to provide their services, so we partner together during that time. So they send out the Meals on Wheels meals while we have programs in here. And then we are the host site for community dining, so they organize and serve the food, and we help provide the people. And it's another great opportunity to socialize. It's an example of how much we've grown as a senior center. We started out maybe 2 years ago with a core group of about 6 people. They call themselves the Lunch Bunch. And now some days we have over 30 people at community dining, which we do Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
On a popular once-a-month bingo day, we celebrate birthdays for everybody in the month, and usually be the day that Jimmy and Alan will come and play for us. It also is a pop-in day here at the Senior Center. We go to other places like Cordia, the Birches, to allow seniors to know that maybe if you want to go other places and have fun, those are also trustworthy places to go as well. And for a future in life as well. If you are looking to sell your home or do other things in retirement, we try our best to make sure that you know the array of options in which you have. Whether you want to stay home, get a home card, or check out Cordia and see what's going on over there, or other living facility places. We also bring the fun here too. This is a Model T event that we did here out in the parking lot. Speaking of community partners in which we do, this is with
The Rush. So we have a senior advisory committee, and one of our senior advisory committee members, or board members, owns a Model T and helped coordinate this event, which was really cool. That was last summer.
There is a club in town that they do it with. Not the Rotary Club, it's another one. But we also bring furry animals as well. Here's a little spider that we did last year. This was amazing bats. So we brought in some fun, some education, and something new for everybody all together. And I think that Marcia, this was quite a moment. This was a good one.
We did not force her to hold that spider. She actually begged the lady, please, please. And we told her the only obligation was she had to go find it if it got lost.
The ever so hot dog man, ever so popular hot dog man.
Joe
the hot dog guy. We
So-
bring him in too.
This is one of our most popular summer social. We have a summer social. It's always like a picnic theme, but we have it inside because we're kind of landlocked in here. So Joe just brings on his cart, and that's usually one of the socials we have the longest wait list for.
Yes, that is our summer social. Socials are something we like to do at least once a month if we can, to just bring in a little bit of fun. It is a big part of staying healthy. It is being happy. And we bring in Santa. It's a wonderful time here at the Senior Center when you get to meet and greet with Santa. Now that also all includes into meaningful relationships altogether, whether you're sitting next to somebody in a seminar, whether you met a new friend in a craft afternoon and you both can't believe your pictures were so amazing when you knew you both weren't artists when you walked in. It's a great place here in the building to make relationships. Some community partners that we have along our areas that we continue to help making those meaningful relationships, like Cordia. They are wonderful singers. We did this for a baseball social. What was that, 23? Because I was not here for this one. That was at 23. Home helpers are great. We just did a football social. They come in and do things with us as well. Lavon Lenaway, speaking of which, there she is.
She'll be here Thursday.
She will be here this Thursday.
Survival skills.
And here's a picture of our community dining, a little bit. These are not the lunch bunch, but these are some core community members that we have here.
So some of the feedback that we've gotten from our community partners, from our supporters, from our sponsors, and from our attendees are that Downers Grove Township Senior Center is a little bit different. And a lot of people can't really put their finger on why. They always go, I don't know, what is it? What is it? And it's our people.
Just the people.
It's our people. We have an amazing group of people who are the senior center. We always tell people who come in, it's not us that makes the magic. It's all of you guys. And I think part of the reason is we really do encourage and seek out, okay, what are you good at? Do you want to teach a class? jump in and volunteer and really have made it their own community. And we have so many people who come in as first-time attendees, and they look intimidated, like it's their first day of school, and they need somebody to sit with at lunch, and they don't really know what to do. And our people will just come welcome them and introduce them to people and say, hey, and include them, and they become ambassadors, and they become leaders and teachers and volunteers. So it's really been cool to be able to see somebody come in for that first time, and then 3 months later, they're there every day, they know everybody's name, they're welcoming the new people, they know the programs, they're volunteering, they're helping us get materials and plan programs, they're offering to teach. It's really cool to see that progression, and it's an honor to be a part of that. Speaking of which, it wouldn't be our style if we didn't bring we don't call them attendees, we call them our people. So, to give you a better sense of what it really looks like on a day-to-day, it's not always just us standing here talking. We did bring you some of our people to present as well. Debbie Pasquale will be telling you a little bit about our Just Us Seniors program that we host, and a little bit about AARP, which she teaches. Gloria Seguno is going to tell you about a program that she created called Spreading Sunshine. And then Kathy Barton's going to tell you a little bit about her testimony and what her experience has been like and how the Senior Center has impacted her life. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Laurel.
Is it okay if I don't stand behind there because you won't see me if I do? I'll take the mic out. I'll take the mic. I got it. Okay, there you go. See, if I stand here, you can't see me. My name is Debbie Pasquale. I live in Darien. I've been coming to the Senior Center since September of 1922, when there were 4 of us. I mean, 2022, not 19. 2022. There were four of us. I came, and Lori was here, and Angel was here playing ping pong, and Karen, who was the director at the time, and then me. And that was it for games. That was our Tuesday morning game group, which has now grown to, I don't know, I think I counted over 20 people. Just Us Seniors is a monthly forum, open forum, for participating seniors in our programs to express our concerns, ask questions, and give feedback to the Senior Center staff and Kim, who attends the meetings as well. And this is regarding programs and other things going on. It also is an opportunity for staff to update us on upcoming events and procedures and to seek our opinion as well. The push for first aid kits, AEDs, occupancy posting, better acoustics, and emergency exit strategies developed over time from the Just Us Seniors meetings. Some programming suggestions also come from this group. The staff input is important to us as well. Understanding some of the obstacles they run into in completing some of their plans for us is helpful for us to know. We also provide feedback on the events that we like a lot and those that not so much. The group who attends varies from month to month, and those of us who attend regularly encourage others to come as well. Sarah, Kai, and Terry are always ready to listen to our ideas. They don't wait just for the Just Us Seniors meeting. Just Us Seniors is a more formal aspect of this communication. Overall, we feel heard and appreciate the concern of our experiences at the Senior Center. I'm also on the Senior Advisory Council Board, and I am your AARP rep for safe driving. So I teach the safe driving classes. We do them 4 times a year. Next year, because we're in a smaller room, there may be more sessions, so we don't have an overflow, we don't have wait lists. And I also teach a class called We Need to Talk. And this is an opportunity to have conversations about when it is no longer safe to drive. Okay? Whether it's a spouse, a sibling, a friend, If you're a child and you're talking to your adult parent who should no longer be driving, it's an informational hour and a half. It's free, and I do that here as well. Okay, that's it.
I have a show to tell, so I'm Lori Sacuno, and I have facilitated, or I lead the program that's called Spreading Sunshine. Basically what it is it's an in-house volunteer program. So it came about because I was thinking most of the seniors love to volunteer, but sometimes there's like 4 drawbacks to them volunteering. First of all, it's distance. Most of them don't want to be driving that far to go to a place. Second thing is commitment. A lot of the agencies are asking for a certain number of times that you have to help out. Third one is sometimes there's training or an orientation or something where they do a background check or a TB test. And the fourth reason why people are reluctant to volunteer is they are walking in by themselves, they don't know anybody. So I thought, what if we could change all those things? I thought, why don't I bring the projects here? That way it eliminates distance, they already come here. There's no commitment. You could literally walk in the day that I do my Spreading Sunshine, and I'm going to say, yes, you can help. I never turn away volunteers. Third thing, there's no training. Everything is pretty easy. It's a sit-down job. And the fourth thing is, most of the people, if you don't know somebody in that hour time, I guarantee you will know that person that you are sitting next to and doing the project. So some of the projects that we do is, this is a regular, it's Loyola Hospice and Home Care. We put in the labels for their booklets, and at the very back, there's about 8 different sheets that we collate and we put in their booklet for them. You heard about Scarce. Scarce is environmental. They do a lot of repurposing, reusing, recycling. So what we do for Scarce is we get their broken crayons, we sort them out according to color, we peel off the paper, and when it comes back to them, they're all in bags that have the peeled colored crayon. And what Scarce does is they melt them down and they make molds out of them so that the physically challenged kids and adults can now grab onto something that's not that little skinny Crayola. We also do mesh bags. So the mesh bags are, the green ones are from West Suburban Community Pantry, the red ones are from Greater Chicago Food Depository. We cut them with scissors, we knot them at one end, and both of the places use them to put their fresh produce, apples, whatever, in those. Other ones that we have done is we have done snack packs for DuPage Pads Kids. We have done sunflower seeds for the Dairy and Garden Club. We've made ornaments this year for our Meals on Wheels and also to give to the Operation Support Our Troops. They'll go in their care packages overseas to the service people. We have made boxes from old Christmas cards that the First Congregational Church will be filling with gift cards for their home, for their housing insecure and food insecure clients. We do no-sew blankets. This week we're going to fill Halloween trunk or treat bags with candy. I even have one person that's a PT, a physical therapist, and she actually helps on Spreading Sunshine Days, going down and helping Maria clean the medical equipment. We also stamp envelopes for the township when they put out their newsletter. So there's always something to do, and it's the first and third Thursday, and it's a fun time. It's where people can just sit, chit-chat, snacks, coffee. it's been a good turnout too. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Kathy Burton, and I'm honored to be here to talk, whoops, break the equipment. I was honored to be asked to be here to talk about the senior center. So I retired in December 2019 after a 31-year career at Pepsi, followed by 8 years with Adtel and Global Education, which was formerly known as DeVry. So in January of 2020, a month after retirement, I had hip replacement, and just as I recovered from the hip replacement, COVID hit. And it was not the way I anticipated retirement. I was going to be a lady who lunches, but there were no lunches. So when you retire, you lose your work community. The closest relatives I have are cousins in Peoria, where I grew up. And my siblings, who I'm close to, are in Maryland, Kansas, and Texas. So when I retired, I found myself adrift, and many days I didn't get dressed or leave the house. Then during one of my COVID walks in my condo complex, I met my neighbor Joy. Joy is 94. She drives around Downers Grove in a Mini Cooper convertible. And I want to be Joy when I grow up. She loves games. I've never beaten her at Scrabble, ever. And she wanted to take Mahjong lessons offered by the Downers Grove Library at the Senior Center. I've never heard of the Senior Center. I was too young to go to a Senior Center, but I reluctantly agreed to humor her and come to the Senior Center. And little did I know that the decision would change my life. Joy and I started coming to the Senior Center to play games on Tuesday mornings, not just Mahjong. And I met other people with common interests, and I found a community and a family. I didn't know until recently that my siblings had had a conference call without me, and the topic was, what are we going to do about Kathy? This is before I found the Senior Center. But at that time, I had been contemplating moving to Texas, where my sister was, and I was looking into senior living communities. I was this far from signing a contract to go to Oak Trace. But that all changed when I found the Senior Center. And I attend activities here that get me out of my comfort zone, that make me get up out of bed, get dressed, and come here. And I found that even being out of my comfort zone though, I found that I have no talent for painting. But I've learned new things from presentations, and the social events are always fun. I've also learned about other opportunities and services available to seniors that I never would have known about. I started attending these senior advisory committee meetings, and it was through staff that I found an opportunity at Community Assisted Rides. And now twice a month I deliver library books to Downers Grove residents who can't get to the library. It's good for me, and it's great for people who wouldn't have books otherwise. So there are about 15 of us from the Senior Center who I call the lunch ladies. And I've become Julie, your cruise director. Apologies to those who are too young to remember the Love Boat. We go out to brunch after Tuesday morning games, trying different restaurants in the area. We've started doing things outside the center. We played indoor miniature golf on Super Bowl Sunday. Got together for a barbecue over Memorial Day weekend, and this Sunday the 8 of us are going to try an escape room. The thing about the lunch ladies is we crack each other up, we make each other laugh, and you know laughter is really good for the soul. So now I have a community. that I can call when I need a ride to a medical test, when I need help with something around the house, or I just need someone to talk to. Someone checks on me if I don't make it to a senior activity, and I no longer spend holidays alone. There are other seniors who have similar experiences as I do. There are people who have suffered a loss of a spouse or of a pet, find the center to be a comforting and welcoming place. And I'm thankful that I found the senior center, and I'm very happy that I live in Downers Grove Township. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, everybody. Does anybody on the board have any questions for our staff or our people?
No, I just think it's great that, you know, there's a community that you jump into and make new friends and enjoy the holidays and everything else that goes with it. Especially if you don't have, you know, what you said, you leave your work environment. And once you leave your work environment, you realize, oh, how am I going to do that?
Carol?
Gives you a purpose.
I'd like to thank you for your presentations. I knew we had a senior center. I knew it was very active, a lot was going on, but you have really painted beautiful pictures of what's happening.
Yeah.
It's terrific. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I've been to one of the get-togethers and Three Musketeers here. They took me in, I got to play cards with them, and I had a great time.
Come back again? Anytime.
Well, absolutely.
Tuesday mornings.
All right. Thank you, trustees, for your questions and comments. I have a lot of other things to share with everybody. The Mental Health Committee had its first meeting last week, and then unfortunately our chair, Lanning Wilson, had to resign due to a potential conflict of interest with another appointment that he has. So I will be submitting a new appointment next month, as well as additional committee members. The Youth Services Advisory Committee is having their first meeting next week. However, they've already jumped in to support the Fall Festival at Anna Jean School with a trunk or treat event on October 11th. You can see this here. There are copies with a QR code on how to sign up for your vehicle to participate in the trunk or treat, but we're still looking for people who want to decorate their vehicles and distribute candy. And as Lori said, they are going to be packaging up some candy for trunk or treat this week. We received numerous calls and some emails from residents of the Pleasantdale subdivision with concerns about a potential gas truck stop on Lamont Road near I-55. The area in question has been annexed by Lamont, but all the residents are in unincorporated Downers Grove Township. All those residents are on well and septic, and they are concerned about potential health and traffic hazards that the development could bring to the community. I wrote a letter along with our Highway Commissioner, Tom Klistek, on behalf of the residents, requesting that the village not rezone the properties from residential. At this time, the owner does not have enough property to build the project, and this is their 5th attempt to locate a business along Lamont Road, somewhere between I-55 and the canal, which is, all of that is pretty much either unincorporated or it is in the village of Woodridge. Our community survey that we approved last month was completed last week with 401 completed calls to township residents. 92% were to cell phones and 8% were to landlines. 77% were to incorporated residents and 23 to unincorporated residents. We will have a more complete report on the results next month during the supervisor's report. Steve Leopoldo will come and give us breakdowns of all the results. But 78% of the residents think the township is headed in the right direction. 62% are somewhat or very familiar with township services. On satisfaction, 49 to 72% don't know if they're satisfied, but the ones that do were mostly or somewhat satisfied. Residents responded that there was some or very serious need for mental health care for youth and adults, senior services, youth enrichment programs, substance use prevention, and recovery services. They also support job training and employment support, housing assistance, and homeless prevention. And the response to establishing a mental health board was 69% net positive. So we will be starting out from a fairly good place on that. I'll share some statistics from this month with you. For senior events in August, we had 1,370 attendees at our events. For the week of August 18th, there were 383 in that 1 week, which is larger than any of the other weeks in 2025. And they average about 336 people a week. Attendance for the year to date is up about 300 people total from 2024 to 2025. And we had a successful fire drill last week during lunch. And that was coordinated with the fire department, and it was required by the DuPage Senior Citizens Council. For general assistance, since the last meeting, one client has been terminated, so they've moved on to a point where they are no longer eligible. We had 8 previous clients receive assistance for a total of $3,512. We gave out 6 emergency assistance grants for $3,500, and additional assistance was provided to 9 people for a total of $960, and the total human interactions, including phone calls and appointments and so on and so forth, was 89 people, 189. For PACE, there were 161 trips with 163 riders, and our share was just over $2,500. Some other things that happened during the past month: Congressman Caston visited and delivered Meals on Wheels and attended the senior lunch. I also met with teachers from both Downers Grove high schools that coordinate internships. One I met with by phone, the other one came and took a tour of our building. We are hoping to start 2 high school interns yet this week who are taking an internship class, and they will be working with our staff member Maria Sanchez, who is in charge of operations and communications. I met with the IT support about our outsourcing our IT operations, and I met with JRM, which is an IT consultant that did help set up the IT system here previously, and they currently are servicing most of the townships in DuPage County with one or more departments. I am still looking into other options, and we will have a report on that next month. Met with the executive director of the Citizens Advocacy Center. The Citizens Advocacy Center is the group that is coordinating the petition drive for the mental health referendum, board referendum, and they do a lot of other good advocacy for the Chicagoland area. I interviewed, along with Maria, 3 intern candidates. I was interviewed for the Spilling the Village Tea podcast. Stay tuned and we'll let you know when that is live, goes online. I attended the Township of Illinois' General Assistance and Emergency Assistance Training, and I have another one coming up in October. I attended a memorial celebration for the OLI Gardens at Neighbor Settlement. That is a group that works to provide produce for food insecure people. I attended one chamber event at Oak Trace. I attended the Village of Hinsdale board meeting and introduced myself in public comment. The same evening, Tom and I both attended the Timber Lake Homeowners Association. I attended a press and media management for public entities training, attended the Senior Advisory Committee, attended the Mental Health Committee Advisory Committee, and the operations meeting for the Fish Food Pantry. So some of the things that we will be voting on tonight that are in your packet are resolutions for a new senior services code of conduct and committee members' appointments to the Youth Services Advisory Committee, as well as an ordinance and a resolution for the Highway Department. And next month, we will do a presentation on the community survey and continue with more other business. Any questions from trustees? All right, that concludes the supervisor's report. The assessor is not here, so I think there is no assessor report. Would you like to give us a highway commissioner report?
Yeah, it's a tough report to follow, Kim, but best shot.
Katie makes me write it down now, so she can link it to the agenda or the minutes.
Perfect. Well, in the highway department, currently in the month of September, we're busy replacing concrete. So this month, you'll see contractors out and about marking concrete and removing broken concrete that's out there. The company that is doing it is called Davis. I have communicated to them that wherever they're doing any concrete work, that they speak to the residents, knock on their doors so they're aware. A few residents brought it to my attention that they were unaware, even though we still placed communication on the door and other locations. So that's one of the items I'm looking at improving as we go forward, different door hangers and different ways to reach out at locations where we're doing construction. Starting in October, once all the concrete work is done, we'll be doing asphalt paving. So October is asphalt paving month. We'll be doing over 3 miles of roads in October. Speaking with my foreman back in the day, they were able to afford 5 miles of roads. So usually we spend around $1 million doing roads. So unfortunately, $1 doesn't go as far as it used to. So that's a challenge for us. But we're addressing the most needed and critical areas of the township of the 3 miles that we're doing. And then you'll see a press release going out later this week, letting people know about that. Next item here, we have a pallet of a special asphalt patch coming Aqua patch. We've been contacted by a few residents about potholes. So there's a new technology out there that's supposed to be 3 times stronger and stay in the hole longer. So I've ordered a pallet of that, which will arrive this week. And the following week, we'll address a couple potholes within the township with this new mix of asphalt that we have. Next up, you'll see on our agenda, I have put together an ordinance for overweight trucks. We're the first township to do so. So it seems ironic since the township has been around a long time. However, we just did not have an ordinance, and neither do any of the townships. What this ordinance addresses is trucks that are overweight. So legal limit in Illinois is 80,000 pounds. In the township, believe it or not, there's a lot of locations that have heavy-duty trucks. For example, if you're moving a Caterpillar digger from my township to Schaumburg, you have to pull a permit to the state of Illinois. That permit asks how much is it weigh, is it bigger size, and you have to pay the appropriate fee. So state of Illinois charges like $50. If you are going through Willowbrook, you pay another $50 as well. However, the township, you pay nothing. And they are located, a lot of these companies are located in the township, which is sort of smart, I guess. If you're going to abuse the roads, might as well get the ones that aren't going to catch you. So anytime you're over 80,000 pounds, you will have to pay a fee to the township, which is something the state requires in many municipalities. So, one of the reasons I brought this table is a lot of these trucks, especially the overweight ones, put a lot of abuse on our roads. And unfortunately, we're stuck, we being the township, having to fix it, and the taxpayer fixing these broken roads that were broken by the overweight trucks. So it's only fair that the people that damage our roads should be held responsible, or at least contribute to repairing them. And with this ordinance, we'll be doing that. So, and this is all done digitally, so we are on the same website, Oxcart, as the state of Illinois, DuPage County, and all these other municipalities. So it doesn't add any extra burden on any of us. And this is all done online, and the fees are paid for by the applicants. So there's nothing being charged to us as well. So that is the resolution that is being brought forward. And then lastly, we're doing a Touch a Truck safety event, and we end with the Sheriff's Department coming up this week. Hands up.
Thank you, trustees. Any questions for Tom? All right, Madam Clerk, do you have a report?
Yes, just briefly, we've continued to be busy in the clerk's office with FOIA's Freedom of Information Act requests. They just continue to come in. Otherwise, things have been quiet. So really just FOIA's this month. And one thing I wanted to note for everyone is there was an error that went out in the posted agenda. It listed the next board meeting as October 21st. The actual date, which is correct on the website for our meetings, is October 20th. So again, the next board meeting is October 20th, and the copies that I made available today reflect the correct date. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions from the board for the clerk? All right. Is there any old business? Hearing none, we will move on to new business. Is there a motion for an ordinance regulating overweight and oversized vehicles on Downers Grove Township roads, Board 2025-0915-1?
I'll move adoption of an ordinance regulating overweight and oversized vehicles on Downers Grove Township roads.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it is seconded by Rick Friel. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay, the ayes have it, motion passes. Is there a motion for resolution adopting a senior services code of conduct, Res 2025-0915-1? Michelle moves. Is there Kevin seconds? Any discussion? All right, hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Chair, are we supposed to do a roll call?
Huh?
Are we supposed to do a roll call?
We're not going to do a roll call. She's marking it down how you voted.
We're not.
Okay. The ayes have it, but that was a good question. The attorney said we can do it this way. Saves time. Is there a motion to adopt a resolution appointing members to the Youth Services Committee, Res. 2025-0915-2?
So moved.
Moved by Kevin Zerba,
Second.
seconded by Michelle Moreno. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, the ayes have it, the motion passes. Is there a motion for a resolution authorizing the highway commissioner to utilize electronic permit systems for overweight and oversized vehicle permit administration, Res. 2025-0915-3?
So moved.
Moved by Kevin Zerba,
Second.
seconded by Rick Friel. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, the ayes have it, the motion passes. All right, moving on to trustee comments and discussion. Any trustees have comments or discussion?
Just want to say what a great job our supervisors
Yes.
did. What a report.
Thank you. Well, yeah, the people need to know what I'm up to, right? Anyway, thank you for that. All right, if there's no other trustee comments and discussion, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting? Michelle Moreno moves.
Second.
Kevin Zerba seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned.